Hounslow, beneath the approach for Heathrow. This bit of unexpected London makes candles, but surprise, surprise, Charles Farris and Company specialise in church candles of every shape and size. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Oh,
nice
fine,
meeting you.
Yes, and you too.
Peter, I hear you've got the British Empire Medal.
Oh, yes, yes. It was a great honour to receive that 3 years ago now, just on 3 years ago.
3 years ago. What was it awarded to you for?
Well, making candles for the royal family and the Queen when she was young on their birthday candles and that.
Making candles for the Queen.
Yes,
What a
all
great
royal
honour,
family.
though.
Oh, yes.
But how many years, for instance, have you been making candles?
Oh, 54 years.
54 years?
Come a few days.
It's a lifetime. What, from the day you left school?
Yes, from the day I left school when I was 14. I came here in 1925.
It's a few years.
54 years. And I'm just getting the hang of it now.
Getting the hang of it.
Yes,
right.
just getting the hang of it.
But, you know, what are you doing at the moment, though? What is this
I'm just
process?
smoothing the candles out before tipping them, you see. And then we...
Because I notice they're a bit soft, aren't they?
Oh, yes,
A bit
yes.
saggy.
Well, we're all soft in our time, aren't we? When we
That's
get
true. But
and we
what makes a good candle, though?
Well, it's the mixture of it, you see, with the beeswax in. Having the beeswax in there ensures...
It's real beeswax you've got in there, is it?
Yes, it's real beeswax, a percentage, 25% beeswax, you see.
Beeswax. Have you ever felt that you'd like to have got out of just making candles and have gone into done some other job?
Many a time.
Well,
But I don't know, it just seems to hold on to you and you get more interested in it as time goes on, really.
What's the special interest for you in making candles?
Well, you've got something to show for your work. That's what I look at. You start from scratch and you build them up and there it is.
Amazing. Have you ever seen your candles in great houses or in
Oh yes,
big
I've
churches?
seen them in some churches. Often if I'm anywhere going to look, then we've seen them at Coventry there and St Paul's, Westminster Abbey.
But it's still a tremendous thrill for you after 54 years.
Oh yes, I still enjoy doing it.
I was going to ask you, Peter, what's the biggest candle you've ever made?
The biggest one? Well, haven't you seen that one outside?
No.
Oh, you must see that one.
And what was that made for then?
We just made it to see how big we could actually make a candle. And in the finishing nearly got too big for us.
Incredible. Well, I must have a look
It
at
weighs
that.
2.5 hundredweight.
How much?
2.5 hundredweight.
Well, that's all right for a power cut, isn't it?
Yeah,
That lasts
sure,
for a long while.
yes, you're
Because
right.
I can imagine these candles when there are troubles, but how popular they are.
Yeah, oh yes, yes. But it's worth seeing anyway.
I'll go and have a look at the
Go
big
and have a
candle.
look, yes.
Straight through.
Yes, right on.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Pete. Nice
Cheers.
meeting you.
Yes, same to you.
Oh, dear. Oh, what a whopper. My word, that's enormous. You must be the
Monty.
managing director.
Yes, indeed I am.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
How do you do?
How do you do? Call me George, though, won't you?
George, you can call me Monty.
Thank you.
George, this must be the largest candle in the world, isn't it?
I don't know if it's the largest. It's certainly the largest we've ever made. It's about 2.5 hundredweight, and it's the biggest candle we found we could make by hand.
It's gigantic, I know that.
Well,
Gigantic.
It's used mainly for exhibition purposes, of course.
And if it was a power cut, well, this would last forever, wouldn't
Yes,
it?
well, it would last a long time, certainly.
Yes. Now, do you make many different kinds of candles, different types?
Oh, yes, indeed we do. We stock over 100 sizes, and we make specially to order, of course, probably upwards of 1,000 sizes.
As many as that?
Yes,
Tremendous.
must be.
Enormous amount.
Yes.
But I notice on the wall there you've got a beautiful candle in a showcase.
Yes, that's right. That was made for the coronation of Her Majesty the Queen. It was used in Westminster Abbey, and we're very proud to show it. We made it, of course, and it's a real memento.
You must be very proud of all these candles, and of course, I suppose, not only for weddings and coronations, but for great occasions, lying
Oh,
in
yes, the lying in
state.
state. And going back to when the Queen and Princess Margaret were very young, I believe we even made birthday cake candles for them.
Little tiny ones.
Yes, that was before
It's a
I joined the
comparison.
company, of course. But yes, indeed.
Shows the comparison in sizes,
Yes.
etc.
Yes.
You must be very proud. Are the churches difficult customers, and the convents and the abbeys that you supply?
No, not at all. They have their needs, and we do our best to supply them. They have their own candlesticks that are often of antique value, and they've got to have the right candles to fit them. And we do our best to supply that need.
But are they all made by hand?
No, they're not all made by hand. Many are made in moulding machines where the wax is poured into the trough at the top and it floods across the trough, then floods down into the actual moulds and is allowed to set before being turned into a moulded candle.
I love the job.
Do you really? Why?
I don't know, it's just, I came here straight from school and I stuck it.
Oh yeah, love it. Yeah, it's a great job.
How long have you been here?
Well, just a few months now, you know. It's very enjoyable though. Really enjoy myself.
Do you think there's going to be a future for you in candles then?
Well, as long as there's religion, there'll always be a place for candle makers.
Do you reckon? Do you ever go to church yourself?
Not very often.
Do you go to church?
I'm a Christian, yes.
So what do you think when you see these lovely big altar candles?
Oh, well, I think myself, I can do the same, you know, make the same candles.
And many of them probably are your candles.
Maybe, yes.
You do the maintenance on the machine, you know, I've got the statues to paint, and the boilers to look after, all the pipe work.
Well, it's a varied job and all that, and you know, there's always plenty of things to do. You know, I like the tea.
Pardon?
I like the tea.
The tea?
Yes, very nice.
Well, when do you have tea then?
3 times a day.
Well, you need it. It's hot work.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
very hot work?
Yeah, in summer it is, yeah.
Yeah. Why do you all wear caps?
Well, I've just had my hair cut, you see. If you want to have a look at it, it's not very good, is it?
It doesn't look bad.
Well, you get all the wax splashing in your hair and everything. You have to wash your hair every night. So I put the hat on, so I've got long hair, see? You'll get covered in wax.
Do you ever go to church?
I watch it on telly. I love the firm, and I love making candles, and if I never met my wife, I would have married this firm instead.